What's up guys? So we just wrapped up with the dyno session with the R32 GTR. We were experiencing clutch slippage on the dyno, so here we are. Pulled the trans out and have the old clutch assembly out. This was a Nismo clutch. As you can see, it was just a single disc and this thing was just spinning, just getting roasted on there. So then we went ahead and we got our great customer a twin disc clutch. Let me just move this aside. So we went ahead and got him a Nismo twin disc setup. As you can see, this is a wire for the pull type transmissions. This one did have a pull type. We swapped over a new transmission and it was a pull type. We adapted it to a push type. So now since we're running the push type, we're not going to be using this wire anymore. So we'll just set this aside. Yeah, check this out. Really nice construction. This should hold up to the power that it's making. Yeah, here we have the pressure plate. We'll set this down. We have the first disc right here. And then we have our hub. It's pretty cool. The springs. This is the middle friction plate. So it has friction surface on both sides for first clutch and the second clutch disc. Okay. And the flywheel. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this right now. Thankfully this clutch kit comes with new hardware, so it'll be a lot better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and install this and then we'll be right back. Install the clutch discs now. So I'm gonna just set this right here for now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our second friction plate, put our clutch disc on here, 3 springs back on, and we'll pop this guy, our pressure plate, right on top. And then we're gonna put a pressure plate on. Here's our pressure plate. We're gonna install 3 bolts, wrong hole. All right, so now we're gonna flip the assembly over, and then I'm gonna slap this guy in, and then the second disc on. All right, I'm gonna grab our alignment tool, set that there, measures, and then we'd go over and install it.
Okay guys, so this is the custom exhaust we had wrapped up on this R32 GTR, really cool. So it's currently on Tomei upper downpipes. And from there, we've made a whole custom exhaust from here. So dual, we put a flex joint here, and then we've got it wide where it goes into a 3.5 inch. So this is a whole 3.5 inch setup using a G Sport Cat. It is EPA compliant and it's 4 inch. That way we can get the 3.5, so it's tapered. And then it tapers back down to 3.5. That way we get no restriction over here. And we've got the Vibrant ultra quiet resonator is what we're using here. So reason why we're doing all this stuff and then another muffler is to keep it as quiet as possible since we've increased the diameter of the exhaust. We don't want this thing being too loud, but we'd also still want to retain that sexy RB sound. So after the ultra quiet, we've got ourselves a Vibrant street muffler in black. Really fits real nicely with the curvature of the outlet of this thing. This thing, don't mind this is already like that. It's kind of melted on the grapefruit shooter it had for an exhaust before. But yeah, nice little clean little setup here. Keep it sleeper, but not hurt power and make it sound really good. So we're ready to throw this thing back on the dyno. We've got that Nismo twin disc that we've gotten in there now. And so we'll see what it does. What's up, guys? Getting a little bit of time to get Oscar's motor together. We got our valve covers fresh from powder coat. Just a real simple satin black, smooth finish. Keep it really OE, really clean looking, nothing too crazy. This, again, will recap. This was an IPP engine that was put together. It's brand new, but we disassembled it. We had a few things that we wanted to do based on what Oscar wanted. He wanted to maximize as much power as he could. It already had the JWT 500 cams, the hydraulic versions, but we went ahead and we installed SuperTech half mil oversized valves. And along with that, we did a little bit of port work to the heads so we can try and maximize the power both on 91 and E85. So what we've seen usually when you do the bigger valves, the port work, we usually find another 30 wheel if it's all done correctly. That's not including the cam. So typically on 91, you'll see about 450 wheel with a Disco Potato GT2860 RS style turbo on 91 octane. And when you do all the head work, the cams, the valves, all that stuff, you can almost get about 500 to 530 wheel. So that's actually quite a bit just from doing the right stuff to the heads. So, you know, you get that airflow in and you get it out. So that's the biggest thing, is to improve the VE of the engine, the volumetric efficiency, and you can do that by allowing that engine to ingest more air. We've got the BDE exhaust cam gears, the bullseyes, and we just have the standard early BDEs. We've gone ahead and adjusted those. We'll check all that out on the dyno. We've got our ATI crank pulley. We've marked it at 0 and also at 15. So that way when we get to check the timing and get this bad boy running, we don't have to be squinting and struggling to find it, because there's a lot of marks on these ATIs and your eyes can deceive you sometimes. So we've got that all marked and we're ready to put on our timing covers, our water pipes, exhaust manifolds, and our turbos. And this one's gonna have the BDE top feed fuel rail setup on it so that we get plenty of fuel with this bad boy. So we'll be running a set of 1300s on it, and I can't wait to get this one on. It is gonna be running an Elite 2500. So we'll have a lot of cool features using that. Integrated boost control, flex fuel, and we'll be able to monitor oil temp, oil pressures, and even fuel pressure. So chipping away at it slowly but surely.